Hello and welcome, this is Azdrerios speaking, and you're watching my Castlevania Dracula X Perfect Run series. Say, is anybody in my audience experiencing an incredibly hot summer? Why the heck am I asking? Because things aren't exactly super comfortable here in my apartment. Yeah, things tend to get a little bit too warm in here from time to time. And to be honest, I'm getting a little fed up with it. Say, would you guys like to join me in a little expedition to someplace wet? I can already hear you dirty-minded bastards laughing your asses off. Come on, folks, it's time to dive into the water palace. Let's go. So, even though we're inside a place that's pretty much soaked, we start off with a little bit of warm-up. As always, the fishmen here in this stage are nothing but moving targets that you can kill to score some more points. Just kill the ones that matter and move on. We also get a new enemy or two. First in line is the appropriately named Water Skull. They're kinda like Skullheads, though far less irritating due to their lack of durability. Next up is Skeledragon. They have a really nasty habit of shooting fireballs and waving around randomly. The best way to take them out is via item crashes, as I just demonstrated. They drop quite a lot of hearts when slain, so you don't really have to worry about running out of ammo, even if you do resort to item crashing. And this is where those water skulls get really annoying. You have to take them out as soon as you can, or else they'll come back to haunt you. Literally. Okay, this here is a sinking room filled with all sorts of hazards, such as water skulls and Skeledragons. I'm not gonna say it's terribly hard though, more like just a refreshing change of pace from the usual platforming, which is always nice. Though I've gotta say, this last bit with the Skeledragon and the Blood Skeleton isn't exactly all that easy. At least without item crashing. But anything that keeps them down is good enough for me. Okay, this shit is awesome. How does a vampire hunter stop water from flowing into a room? Why, he hits it with a whip. Of course. That makes total sense. All joking aside, I'm not so sure how that works, but hey, I'm not complaining. This here's the place where the second and last damsel is. And who might that damsel be? Why, it's Richter's GF, ain't it? Yeah, blah 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 blah. That's very interesting. See ya. Okay, now we climb back and resume our crusade for justice. Though I'm not exactly sure if that counted as a legal rescue. I mean, technically we didn't do anything. Well, okay, we took out that tiny ass water source, but the castle's still overflowing with monsters, isn't it? Guess I'm just nitpicking. This is the last stretch before the boss. And what a better way to make us make haste than throwing even more water skulls and fishmen at us. This place ain't super difficult either, but it does force you to go forward because of the constantly reappearing enemies. I also highly recommend picking up the axe. It's your best bet on making the boss of this stage go DIE! And here we go. Meet the oddly named boss of the Water Palace, Salamander. Why is he called that? I don't know. You'd think Salamander is a name associated with fire-type lizards and stuff like that. But no, apparently not. This guy sports a variety of snake-like moves, the worst of them being the way he constantly slithers across the bridge, trying to tag you along the way. I've noticed that the only way to dodge that efficiently is by doing, well, this. Staying in that one place, jumping when he comes close, and walking back and forth like a retard. There's a certain technique to it, but I can't come up with a way to describe it, so yeah. When he isn't moving on the bridge, he's either jumping from one side to the other or shooting fire. These two are the best times you can hit him, and the axe comes really handy when you're attempting to do that. Sometimes you might even get 2 or 3 hits on him at once, if you time things right. Also, Salamander isn't actually someone you might call durable. Sure, the fight might drag on for quite some time depending on what he decides to do, but it's something that can be countered with skilled use of the axe. As for his final attack, just start walking forward after his health drops down to 0 and you're safe. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's see some outtakes. How many times did I fail exactly? 2? You serious? I knew this place was kinda easy, but 2? Wow, that's a surprisingly small number for a Dracula X stage. I mean, I was expecting something like 5, 6, 7, but 2? Oh well, I guess we have to roll with what we have. Enjoy my clumsiness. Okay, next we have a sinking room filled with all kinds of annoying things. And... damn it. I'm telling you, it's kind of annoying when just standing on water is somehow hazardous to your health. How fun. Let's see. I think I can handle this with the cross. Let's just... what the hell just happened? How are you supposed to dodge that? That was stupid. Okay, we're done. And I feel kind of rested now. The Water Palace was actually a pretty fun stage. It was easy in a refreshing sort of way. And you always felt like you had fun while perfect running the stage. Which is always a good thing. Nothing too terribly tough, but nothing too easy either. Now, what's next? Eh? Is it just me or is it getting colder here? Eh? Somebody's at the door? Give me a sec, guys. There's nobody. And what better way to make us make haste than throwing even more water skulls and wishmen? What the fuck?